Hello. Today we are going to go over how to create templates in your ZipForms. We recommend that you use ZipForms because you get it free from Abor and because we know how to use it. So we can help you with things that we wouldn't be able to help you with in other programs like Transaction Desk. To use your ZipForms as an agent, you also have to be an R member. So once you have all of that taken care of and you log into ZipForms, this is what it's going to look like for you. We recommend that you create 4 templates before you start on transactions if you can, because there are 4 types of transactions that you can do in ZipForms. There's your listing for sellers, there is an offer for buyers, and then there's lease listing and tenants agent for leases. So on the wiki, we have provided you with lists of things that we require. You just log into the wiki. And if you go to specialized knowledge, it's the last thing in the navigation, and click on ZipForms, it's going to take you to a page that has these lists. There's also a printable version that you can access from this page, but these lists are basically made up of everything that you might need for this transaction. So there's propane and gas, so some things that you may end up taking out, but it'll have everything you need so that you don't have to search for the forms each and every time. The only thing that you might have to add is an amendment, or if it's a wildcard transaction, there may be something extra, but for the most part, this is what you can expect back agent to ask you for in order for you to get your DA. So I have printed everything out so that we can go ahead and do one together. So we are going to go to templates in your ZipForms, and to get started, you just click on new, and we are going to do a seller. So we'll do a new listing. So I'm going to call it seller. I think that's easiest, and residential. I'm also going to auto apply it because I'm going to need it for most of these transactions. So that's just one less step in the future that you'll have to do. So once we're in here, we need several things. We need things from our TXR forms, 2 things from the wiki, and the IABS, which should be in your documents because I would have provided that for you in your onboarding. So the only forms that you're going to use are the TXR forms, and you're going to find all forms over here to the right, and then we're going to, yours will probably auto do all or Abor, and you're going to click TXR. The search in TXR is very literal. So unlike on Google where you can kind of type in anything that might be included in the document and it would come up, here less is more. So the first thing that we need is general information and notice to the buyer/seller. So I'm just going to put in general. And general information and notice. So I'm going to click on it, and now it's in there. So you would go through and do this for everything. So listing agreement. Let's see. Registration agreement. Residential tenant map. Let's try listing. Right to sell. Here we go. So we're going to add that. Lead-based paint addendum. So there's that. Oh. Looking now for the seller's disclosure. Here we go. Wire fraud notice. You get the idea. So you would continue to add all the documents from here, and then you also need 2 things from the wiki. And that's going to be the COVID form and the survey recommendation. So you're going to find any forms for transactions on business forms on the wiki. And I'm going to pull up business forms for us right now so that I can show you how easy it is to add a form. So we need the COVID form. So we're going to download that. And we need the survey recommendation. It says survey disclosure is what it is called on the wiki. And we're going to download this as well as a PDF. It's very important. You can only add PDFs to ZipForms. And once you add a document that is your own as a PDF, you cannot change it here. Where you can go inside of each of these and edit them to fill in as much information as possible. You can edit any of the yellow lines. You cannot do that with PDFs that you add yourself. They have to be finished when you put them in here. So to add your own PDF, you're going to go to add a document. And we are going to browse for a document, but you can also just drag and click. So browse, obviously you would look for the file on your computer and then you would click OK. But the fastest way, in my opinion, is to just drop it. You click OK, and now you'll see that it's added for each of them. So once you've added all of your documents for your template, you are just going to go back to the list because they're going to autosave. They're all in there. And that's it. If you do that for each one and have it automatically apply, then when you go to create a transaction like that, all the forms that you could possibly need will be there, and it'll make things a lot smoother when you're trying to get things set up for your clients. If you have any questions, please always feel free to email me. It is Crystal, CRYSTAL, @skyrealty.com. Thanks. Have a great day.